Okay, before we dive into how to use this section, I want to tell you another feature that is really, really useful, especially if you're using lead project within your organization, or you are sharing your master data with your other colleagues, other people in your company who have to use the same master data. So for that, what I did was I've got two different accounts. So this account already has my master data already populated in there, and this one is a brand new account which is a test account for me. And if you look at the master data for that, it's and you look at your cost code and everything, it has the pre-populated stuff in there. But if you look at the contact master and everything, it's all blank at the moment. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can actually so one person can create it and then they can share it with other people, so that you have centralized control of all your master data from within your company, or whoever the people are that you want to share that with. So it's super easy. You need to go into your Google Drive, make sure that you open each one of these master data files, which is your lead project master data and your contact master. So if you've got that open, click on the share button and put in the email address of the person that you want to share it with. Now, this is up to you whether you want to give them editing rights or not. So if I was to share this with like a lot of people within the organization, I would only choose maybe one or two people who are in charge of adding new cost codes, because this is like a database, and it's a central database that all the people who you share it with will be using this. So you want to make sure that you don't end up with all these different cost codes willy-nilly, and otherwise the tracking for your project becomes really, really difficult. And I'll show you as we progress with all the videos and everything how you can use this to track your projects really well. So you've got all of these details. Put in the name of the lead person that you want to give them view only access, or you want to give them editing access. It's up to you. But I would suggest give them editing access and only give it to people that you want them to use. You want them to be able to come in and make some changes and so on. So once you are in there and you've given that access to somebody, which I have already in this account, all you have to do is here it says use my master data. So right now, the first time when you fired up lead project, it created this folder in your Google Drive called lead project, and it created these two master sheets. So right now what's happening is that it is automatically using the one that was created with it. So what you need to do is make sure that you tick that off if you're using. So the people that you shared with will need to do this. They'll need to turn this off, and then as soon as they turn it off, they'll have to link the master data file. So I'll just click on that link, and I have to now look for the file. So if I go into my Google Drive and I look at shared with me, you'll notice that there are two files already sitting in there. Now they are exactly the same name, which is LP master data, and the LP contact master, which is the exact same name as the ones created on your own Google Drive, which is your My Google Drive. Under there, they'll have the exact same name, but it's very easy to find out what they are. And so let's go back in here, and now we have all this thing open. All you have to do is click on that thing, and where you see them to be in little icons, which is a square icon, it becomes really difficult to see. All you have to do is click on that, and you will see that you've got two LP master data here, but there's one that shows an icon that somebody else has shared with you. So all you then have to do is pick the one that is shared, which has the shared icon right next to it, select, and then you will have link contact master. So you do the same thing with that. Wait for this script to finish, because this is all running in cloud, and sometimes Google Sheet sort of goes a little bit slower because it sends all the data back into the cloud and then processes it and then brings it back. So let's just go connect your contact master as well. So I'll now scroll down, and you see this is my LP contact master, which is for myself, and then we've got LP contact master, which is shared. So I select the shared one, click select, and now it automatically syncs it for the first time. But however, let's say you open this in a few days time and somebody has made changes, So next time you open it, you click on the sync button so that it's synced automatically. What it is doing at the moment is that all the data that was shared with me, it's bringing that in from this account, which is the account that shared it to my current account. So all it does is that it syncs everything, and now it is using the new sheets that you attach to the add-on. So if I go in here, whereas if I look at my own sheet, you'll see that I don't have any contacts in there. However, when I go into my into the add-on and I click on the drop down for subcontractor, I can now quickly go and pick up a name of the company so that I can quickly attach that to the subcontractor column. And all my cost codes and everything will automatically get populated over here. And if I was to add, another section for 10 or something, all of that just automatically gets linked with the new sheet that I've just synced with it. So if I go in here and I click on something like that, you see everything is already there. So this is what you need to remember, that especially when you're sharing, that you've got this section right here where you can click on something and say, look, use my master data and use contact or sync it from somebody else. So this is important, but in most cases people will be using their own budget applications, and they probably don't need to do that, but I needed to because I had a project manager that I had to share the contact with. I had a central place for all the cost codes. I had a central place for all my contacts, so that we could have consistency in the cost codes and the contacts that we use throughout our projects.